Brian Dulesky for Able Distributors. Today we're talking about the Comfort-Aire 80% furnace. What makes this thing so great? Pretty much everything. We typically didn't stock a 80%er that was 4-position. The new Comfort-Aire single stage 80%er is a 4-position. You can see I've got it up on a 20-inch box. We sell these for all our cabinet widths. So if you wanted an easy way to put a filter in, it's got a little filter slot on the bottom. It's 20 inches tall. It's complete all the way around. So you can just simply remove the bottom of the furnace, and this furnace bottom removes very easily. Set it up in the box and get your return that way. The other interesting thing about this box is since this is a 4-position furnace, it's got cutouts or knockouts on the side, so when you rotate that inducer motor, so when it's a downflow, your flue pipe will come out the side and up. You could actually take one of these boxes, invert it, put it up on top for the return. You'd have to build yourself a little catch for that trap door, but other than that, it's a pre-made return with a filter rack built into it. We also stock the 6-inch tall furnace boxes because a lot of times people like to take off the bottom, cut out the side, put a 20-inch tall filter cabinet on to get the maximum amount of airflow. So we have these in all the sizes. Along with that, obviously we have furnace triangle feet and rubber pads, so we got you set up. I'm not going to do a what's in the box because literally what's in the box is just the furnace and the instruction manual. The instruction manual is really, really good. I read them all, but the beautiful thing about Comfort-Aire is all the important stuff is on the sticker on the bottom door. I like that the bottom door has a peep glass so you can see the codes flashing before you mess with anything. The upper door is pretty simple. Your burner inlet, your branding, a little important sticker on the inside, just some of the safety precautions. So we're going to dive deeper in a minute. We're going to go into each and every single part. But again, the beauty about this one is that the 4-position, easily removed bottom, nice furnace. The electric has a spot. It's already on the left-hand side as you face it. It does have a knockout and holes to remount it on the right side. You've got a gas in from the right side or the left. It doesn't matter. You've got knockouts for your low voltage. You've got knockouts here for the electrical. It's a 4-inch, so it's not the old style where it's a 3-inch inducer and you need an adapter. It's already 4-inch. Obviously, we have case cabinet A-coils. Same colors, color matching, so it's really, really a nice system. And that's it. Let's get into the next part and kind of take a deeper dive into what sizes we're bringing in, because we're bringing in a lot of sizes. Since this is an 80%er, and most of the time when you're doing 80%ers, it's not new construction, it's a change out. It might be a townhome or an apartment building. So we're going to have one 40,000 BTU at 14.5 inches wide. We're going to have two 60s, a 60 14.5 inches wide and a 60,000 17.5 inches wide. We're going to have two 80,000 BTUs, one 17.5, one 21. We're going to have one 100,000 BTU at 21 inches wide. We're going to have one 120,000 BTU at 24.5. So obviously we cover all the gamut of every single size, standard cabinet widths, good BTU range. So let's get into the next part. All right, let's get back at it. The Comfort-Aire 80% furnace. Again, comes with the owner's manual, pretty good manual, read it. 33 3/4 inches tall, so it's just under 34 inches tall. 4-position, upflow, downflow, horizontal right, horizontal left. All the layout, how to put the inducer motor, change anything that needs to be changed is in the manual. The bottom is very easy to remove. Some furnaces, you got to cut out the bottom. This one's not that way. The sizes we're going to stock, again, 40,000 BTU and 14.5. So if you got a closet, a little townhouse or something where you need that little furnace, we actually go up to the 60,000, same width. So that's pretty good. Then we got the 60,000 and 17.5, which is pretty common. The 80,000, 17.5, pretty common. 80,000, 21, kind of having that nice option if we can stop you from doing extra work with sheet metal, or if you need the blower drive, we've got you covered. 100,000 BTU only comes 21 inches wide, which is a pretty common width. 120 only goes 24.5. Again, pretty common width. Some of these, a lot of companies now are at least putting the furnaces up on a 6-inch box, removing the bottom, putting a taller filter rack on, cutting the box and cutting the side of the furnace for better airflow. Honestly, in my mind, the 21, the 21, and the 24.5, that's what I would do, something along those lines. Let's get into the warranty. I like the warranty a lot. So if the heat exchanger fails in the first year, you get a new furnace. We all know that's just not going to happen. It comes standard with 5-year parts. You're going to want to register it. It's not difficult to register because it boosts the parts to 10. Kind of a big deal. The other big deal is 5 years on the heat exchanger, unless you register it, and then it goes up to 20. You got to register their equipment. They're not playing any games. All they want to know is when it was installed so that the clock can start ticking. That's it. The igniter and the flame sensor, I'm going to get to pictures here in a minute. They're very, very easy to access. I like it a lot. Some of the furnaces, you either need a nut driver, 30 inches long, and to be a contortionist to get them in and out. These are very, very easy. As always, check your gas pressure. Every single brand, every single furnace out there, when you commission that thing for the first time, you should be checking your airflow, checking your static. A lot of guys don't, but at the very least, a temp rise would be nice, and your gas pressure to make sure everything's good from the factory. These furnaces also come with an LP kit included, which is nice for us. That way, if you forget to order it and we forget to give it to you, it's already in the box. So that's it, the Comfort-Aire 80% furnace. Now we're going to go into just some pictures of what things look like and kind of identifying some of the parts. It's an 80% furnace. It's not going to take very long. Let's get into it now. All right, let's get back at it. So you can see here the electrical junction box. Your 120 volts will come in. You have provisions on the other side, so whether you do it horizontally downflow or you have a drop coming on one side or the other, there is provisions to change that connection. Here you see a single-speed inducer motor and one pressure switch. I bring this up because you're going to see in another slide, they share some parts with other furnaces and other two-stage furnaces. Don't be alarmed. It's just a less expensive way for stocking of parts. Here you can see the two-stage gas valve. It's jumped out. It's a single-stage 80%er. Always check your gas pressure. If you don't have a manometer, the UEI 720 kit, you can do static pressure and gas, and it comes with all the fittings you need. Here you can see, even though it's a little bit blurry, your flame sensor and your igniter, very easy to get to. The burners are easy to get to clean. Pretty maintenance-free situation. Here on the board, you're going to see this is the board that drives the blower. This is the board that you're going to make all your adjustments on. I am going to have a tips and tricks to installs and diagnostic code video and how to set these dip switches. Basically, this dip switch and this dip switch you're not going to touch on a single stage 80. This one, SW3 1 through 4, is going to be your fan speed. And that's just a close-up look at some of the dip switches. And your LED screen, you've got a momentary SW1. It's a momentary button to pull up the last fault code. The bottom, I mentioned this a couple times, the bottom is very easy to remove. On the larger furnaces, I absolutely think you should put it on a 6-inch box, 20-inch tall filter rack, cut a little bit out of the box, cut out of the side. You're going to get great airflow. And last but not least, and I say this a lot, and I love it when companies do this, if you lost all the instructions, you lost the manual, you had no cell service, you couldn't go onto our website to find the manual, every single thing is on the inside of the bottom door. Every dip switch, every single thing is on the inside of the bottom door, and I absolutely love it. Now remember that if you did, let's say this got lost, you can go to shop.abledistributors.com. You can find all these videos, you can find the install manual, you can find all the bits and pieces, the tools, the 6-inch box, the 20-inch tall return box with a filter rack in it. All that's on shop.abledistributors.com. Brian Dulesky, thank you.